Welcome to our open book. Very good to be with you, Karen Smith, SR, Rhonda, Lori, Andrea, Lynn, Jeremy Sicking, Dorothy Joy, Lee, McWilliams, Patricia Doan. Everyone, nice to see you. Look, for all the obvious reasons, I thought I'd try and find some poems about Greenland today, and found some very good ones. Yes, I see Chicagoland indeed. Hello there, Chiara. Hi there, Mr. Dickens. I bet downtown Toronto's a little icy too. Daisy thought you were resting. Yes. Greenland, green bags. Ooh, she should have written a haiku tonight. I'll try to get one from her tomorrow. Hi there, Tina Shackelford. So, this was first one I came across, Now to the White Elephant of Burma by William McGonigal. And it is wonderful. Thank you, Diana. Greenland's icy mountains are fascinating and grand and wondrously created by the Almighty's command, and the works of the Almighty, as few can understand. Who knows what it might be part of fairyland? Because there are churches of ice and houses glittering like glass, and for scenic grandeur there's nothing can it surpass. Besides, there's monuments and spires, also ruins which serve for a safe retreat from the wild Bruins. And there's icy crags and precipices, also beautiful waterfalls, and as the stranger gazes thereon, do you think there's an internal rhyme, precipices and gazes? His heart it appalls with a mixture of wonder, fear, and delight, till at last he exclaims, "Oh, what a wonderful sight!" The icy mountains, they're higher than a brig's top mast, and the stranger in amazement stands aghast as he beholds the water flowing off the melted ice. Down the mountain sides that he cries out, "Oh, how nice!" Such sights as these are truly magnificent to be seen, only that the mountain tops are white instead of green, and rents and caverns in them, the same as on a rugged mountainside in suitable places, in my opinion, for mermaids to reside. Sometimes these icy mountains suddenly topple o'er with a wild and rumbling hollow starting roar, and new peaks and cliffs rise up out of the sea with great cataracts of uplifted brine pour down furiously. And those that can witness such an awful sight can only gaze thereon in solemn silence and delight. And the most God-fearless man that hath this region trod would be forced to recognize the power and majesty of God. Oh, awful and grand it must be on a sunshiny day to see one of these icy mountains in pieces give way. While crack after crack it falls with a mighty crash flat upon the sea with a fearful splash. And in the breaking up of these mountains they roar like thunder. It causes the stranger no doubt to wonder. Also the Esquimaux of Greenland betimes will stand and gaze on the wondrous work of the Almighty so grand. And these icy mountains are falling, the report, it's like big guns. And the glittering brilliancy of them causes mock suns, and around them there's connected a beautiful ring of light. As if the stranger looks thereon, it fills his heart with delight. Hello also, Elise. Oh, think on the dangers of seafaring men. If any of these mighty mountains were falling on them, alas, they would be killed ere the hand of man could them save, and poor creatures very likely find a watery grave. It is most beautiful to see and hear the whales whistling and blowing, and the sailors in their small boats quickly after them rowing, while the whales keep lashing the water all their might with their mighty tails, left and right. In winter, there's no sunlight. There's night or day, which no doubt will cause the time to pass tediously away and cause the equimox to long for the light of day, so as they will get basking themselves in the sun's bright array. In summer, there's perpetual sunlight, which fills hearts with delight and is seen every day and night in the blue sky, which makes the scenery appear most beautiful to the eye. During summer and winter, there the land is covered with snow. Sometimes must fill hearts with rose, they traverse fields of ice, 10 or 15 feet thick with the cold, no doubt. Their hearts will be touched to the quick. Let those that read or hear this feel thankful to God that the icy fields of Greenland they have never trod, especially while seated around the firesides on a cold winter night. Let them think of the cold and hardships Greenland sailors have to fight. What a poem, eh? Got to find out more about the poet, William McGonagall. Now, Robert Burns. Now spring has clad the grove in green, strewed the leaves with flowers, the furrowed waving corn is seen. Rejoice in fostering showers while ilka things in nature join their sorrows to forgo. Why thus all alone are mine the weary steps, yes, woe. The trout in yonder wimpling burn that glides on a silver dart, and safe beneath the shady thorn defies the angler's art. My life was ants, that careless stream, that wanton trout was I, but love with unrelenting beam has scorched on my fountains dry. Little flowerets peaceful lot in yonder cliffs that grow, which, save the linnet's flight, I wot, nay ruder visit knows. It's hard not to fall in an accent. I was mine till love has o'er me passed, and blighted in me bloom, and now beneath me withering blast, my youth and joy consume. The wakened laverock warbling springs and climbs the early sky, winnowing blithe his dewy wings in morning's rosy eye. A little wrecked thy sorrow powers until the flowery snare of witching love in a luckless hour made me thrall in care. Robert Burns' last stanza. Oh, had my fate been Greenland snows, or Afric's burning zone, man and nature leagued my foes, so Peggy ne'er I'd ever known. The wretch's doom is hope namir, what tongue his woes can tell, within whose bosom save despair, nigh kinder spirits dwell. Then our last poem by one of my favorite contemporary poets, Maggie Smith, not to be consumed with the dame who just left us, but a great poet, American poet. This poem is entitled, You Could Never Take a Car to Greenland. And the poet goes on, my daughter says, unless the car could float, unless by car you mean a boat, unless the ocean turned to ice and promised not to crack, unless Greenland floated over here having lifted its anchor, unless we could row our country there, our whole continent would have to come along, wouldn't it? Unless we cut ourselves free. What kind of saw could we use for that? What kind of oars could deliver one country to another? She asks, why is Greenland called Greenland if it is not green? Why is Iceland called Iceland if it's greener than Greenland? Unless it's a trick, a lie, the name Greenland is an ad for Greenland. Who would go? Promise nothing but ice? Who would cut her home to pieces and row away for that? You could never take a car to Greenland, a poem by Maggie Smith. So thanks for being with us tonight on our open book. Very good to be with all of you. Her Royal Highness. HRH? That's Her Royal Highness? Let me know, Rhonda. Was it my bad accent? That would is wonderful poetry. They're great poems about Greenland or using Greenland as an excuse to poetically ruminate. So thanks very much for being with us tonight on our open book. And we will let you know about tomorrow. Oh, that sounds like a wonderful time, Marianne. So thanks for being with us. Take care. I'm interviewing the guy who some of you might know, the British comedians who do the, guess we call it game show Taskmasters. Interviewing them early tomorrow. Hope it works out. Oh, His Royal Highness King Chuck. Of course. Thanks very much. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye.